colours with the white shorts, and almost immediately the big frame of Oniachu has travelled around the European circuit somewhat. He did very well in Belgium, of course, and then fairly brief spell in the English league. Oh, lovely skills here from Simon. Could this be the first chance? Just got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, he tried to lift his head up to see who to pass the ball to, but unfortunately, you know, the ball went away from him.
Clearance away from Fobi, who's playing at left back today. Ahmed Fatou was the first choice for the semi-final. Ashur now looking to get Mohammed away. Was he held back there? Well, that's the claim from the Egyptian. But no foul, says the referee.
A bit of talk, but you know, it's a bit soft. You know, days are gone. I keep repeating it. What they get away with that.
Chukwezu. Possession turned over. This could be dangerous. Foul eventually going in favour of Mustafa Mohammed. Frenchman's play taken very quickly. Trezeguet on the left. Early ball inside. Guabali's down. Collects comfortably.
Yeah, the Nigerian midfield went asleep for a split of a second, and the Egyptian tried to take advantage of it. A good outside the foot cross, but Wembley was right there.
Goalkeeper, of course, came into the picture just before the start of the last Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. Pretty much kept his place ever since.
You know, it's where Nigeria have been struggling back and forth before he came into the frame, and he came at the right time.
Now Simon to do some teasing again, gets the early ball in. Samuel finds Chukwueze on this right-hand side. Still Chukwueze. Missed the penalty, of course, in the shootout on Wednesday. He owes Nigeria maybe some repayment. He'll be motivated, I'm sure.
Quality player that he is. You need a manager who can choose the right position for him so that he can, you know, explore the way he's doing. You can see the way he came to Fulham, the way he's enjoying his football at Fulham.
Had a good run in Serie A as well, but now in the Premier League. So first set-piece opportunity of the early evening goes the way of Nigeria. And that penalty area is absolutely packed with players. Two tussling protagonists, both called out for a little bit of a lecture. There's Trezeguet asking for an explanation as well. Ashur got a touch to the head there. And Ashur again. Taken away though. Chukwezu stopped in his quest by Mustafa Mohammed, back to help with defensive duties.
That's another player who is one of the unsung heroes in the Nigerian team. You know, Bright Osai, you know, the right fullback. He has been outstanding, you know, in this tournament.
That's a gallant effort by Ashur. He manages to take out the corner flag and the microphone stand and hurt himself in the process. But just another example of the commitment we've seen from this young man during this tournament.
I need the physio for him and physio for the flag.
And the microphone.
and the microphone.
That's a pretty good slide there to take out several pieces of equipment. Eric Schell, of course, his future is a little unclear. He said so himself at the end of the semi-final. Not sure whether he will stay in the position or not.
Nigeria is a stepping stone for all managers because of the quality that we have. At the same time, it's a manager that Nigeria should find a way to keep, because with what he did with this team, they shouldn't let him go. Then we start afresh with a new manager. That is one of the reasons why Nigeria won't be at the next year World Cup.
Oh, we're having a rather unusual wait here. Fixing the corner flag.
The flag must be in place before game starts. The law of the game.
Not often did you see that. There's a ground attendant trying to work very hard on it, and we should have that corner flag in position sooner rather than later. Get matters back underway here in the third and fourth place playoff.
Hello.
There's Ahmed Zizou, who's unusually gone from Zamalek to
Hello.
Al-Ahly. You don't see that all that often, although there have been a lot of players over the centuries who have played for the two clubs, but a direct transfer between the two is somewhat unusual.
Now, it's someone you have to go around to end up there, not directly, but and it's one player that came to this AFCON not looking the way we know.
Watching football.
Some Hassan on the bench.
Egypt versus Nigeria.
On the big screen here as well. Formidable reputation, of course, is a little bit of a rabble rouser as well. But what a wonderful playing career he had.
Him and his twin brother. They've been outstanding, winning trophies left, right, and center. Top scorer at Ali.
And his last Nations Cup match in 2006 at the age of 39. Right, looks as if the corner flag has been put back in place. Referee says, wait for my whistle. And matters can get underway here. Osei will have the opportunity with the throw-in. And Nigeria very much on the front foot here in these early stages. Sure is in there again. So strong on the ball, but hasn't got very far, but does get the throw in, however, comes off Chukwueze.
Not a player. Confidence on the ball at this age, being the #1 man in that defensive midfield, a link between the back four and the attack. That's incredible.
Free kick in favour of Trezeguet. Chance for Egypt to push themselves a little further upfield. Rami Rabia in possession. Plays these days in the United Arab Emirates, but had a glorious club career with Al-Ahly. 3 Africa Champions League titles for him.
Nigeria team have to use this momentum of the 13th, 11, 12, 13 man, because the fans are really behind them 100%.
Certainly didn't get this kind of support against the home nation on Wednesday. It gave Morocco a very good fight in that semi-final. Now, Osei doing very nicely. Deli Bashiru at the back, and there's a chance today for Igor to show us his acumen. A little bit of a rest being given at the back by the Nigerians to stalwarts from earlier games. Onyedika under a bit of pressure. Possession turned over. Here's Mohamed. If he can find Trezeguet, there might be a gap here on this left. Semi Ajay, one of the London-born Nigerians. They're couple in this team, of course. Lukman Bassi, born in Italy but raised in the UK. Awobi, of course, from Fulham. Bashiru, born in Germany. This goes to show you the extent of the Nigerian diaspora these days. And when you look at some of the European, particularly the under-20, under-23 sides, so many Nigerian names these days popping up in Germany, England, etc. Imagine what you could do with a Bukayo Saka in your lineup, Daniel.
Tell me about it.
Now, Trezeguet. Sorby getting an opportunity today and charging through. That might be a little too strong though for Mohamed, and look at the pace at the back. That's top quality defending.
Oh, that's top quality.
And that's a player who spent most of his career in the Championship rather than the Premier League.
And he have never got any opportunities, to go to the Premiership. But he has, with the kind of performance he has at this tournament, probably there will be, teams looking at him because, he is strong in commanding, in that centre back. And the height, yes. I know you will talk about the height, Mac.
But he's big and tall and a real menace for opposing strikers.
One thing the Nigerian team are doing in today's game that they didn't do in the semi-final games against Morocco, is when the Moroccan lose the ball, our white players still remain white, But in today's game, when they lose the ball, they all drop in the middle and close up so that the Egyptians won't get that space. So it's good to see, that they saw it and they corrected it.
Moses Simon losing possession. Some of the crowd feeling a little unfairly. Here comes Ahmed Zizou now. Salah. That's a good ball. Sorby delivers. Back post chance for a header. And Mustafa Mohamed beaten in the air. That's a good ball up to Adams. Using his strength. Referee says play on. Nothing untoward there. Adams gets the shot in. A little bit of a deflection and fairly comfortable for Shubir.
That's what he brought into the front three in this tournament. I was saying doing it as club, throughout the early seasons. That body strength that he used to get, past defenders.
Player, of course, with Sevilla in La Liga. This time next week, most of these footballers will be back playing in the top leagues around the world. A lot of speculation about whether Mo Salah will be going back.